And then in October of 2022, I found out that I was pregnant. And because I was always taught that mantra of my body, my choice, it was a no brainer. Okay, I'm just going to have an abortion. No big deal. It's just a clump of cells. This isn't a real person. I'm not that far along. It's going to be super easy. And I also just was really wrestling with the thought of keeping a child that was just conceived in really unfortunate circumstances. You know, the father of the child was married to someone else and already had two children. I was, just getting started in a new sales career and was doing really well and didn't want to mess that up. All the things that people tell you that are good justifications of having an abortion. And I remember when I told my mom that I was pregnant, she was so excited, which was so disappointing to me because she was one that always taught me my body, my choice. Hey, if you ever get pregnant, call me. I'll take you to the clinic. We never have to tell your dad. These are things that I was taught, the sexual ethic I was taught as a teenager. And then here I am at 28 years old, pregnant, calling my mom, and her response is, Yay, you're going to be such a great mom. Congratulations. And I remember just being so angry at her for that. So I went to have the abortion. The entire process was just so disordered and so evil looking back at it. But, again, it's the thing that you do. I went to Planned Parenthood. First thing they make you do is sign a form saying, I understand that having an abortion is safer than having a pregnancy. Then they sit you in a dark, windowless room to watch a little propaganda video. And the ultrasound tech wheels in her little cart and says, Hey, normally we're supposed to give you an ultrasound, but we're going to skip that part today because, and I quote, if you see it, you'll want to keep it. And then the doctor comes in with kooky colored glasses and the colorful outfit and just super jovial, almost like a child birthday party clown walking into the room, just saying, All right, kiddo, I'm going to go ahead and take care of your problem today. Super simple. You're going to take these 2 pills, one here in the office, one when you get home the next day. It's just like a heavy period. Easy, in and out, and you're done. Meanwhile, I'm shaking, I'm crying, I'm deeply wrestling with this decision because had my child not been conceived in the circumstances that they were conceived in, I otherwise would have loved to be a mom. In my previous relationship, we'd actually tried to get pregnant, and I'd been told years past that I probably wouldn't get pregnant naturally. That's probably also why I was a little bit more lackadaisical about preventing pregnancy because I didn't think it was possible for me. So yeah, I'm really, really wrestling, and the doctor just hands me the 2 pills, I'm staring at them, and she says, I need you to take the first one right now. I can't let you leave until you take that first dose. And at that point, I didn't even know that abortion pill reversal was a thing because no one in the pro-choice movement talks about that. And no one gives you the choice to undo an abortion. They only want you to have the choice to have an abortion. So I took the pill and figured, okay, well, what's done is done. I go home. Next day, I take the next dose as directed. And then I feel things start moving, and it felt like period cramps. Go to the bathroom, and I realize that a medication abortion is just like having a heavy period, except for the fact that when I looked down as I'm cleaning myself up, instead of just seeing blood, I saw my lifeless child in my hands. Again, at this point, I didn't believe in God. I didn't have much of a moral or sexual ethic that I adhered to. I was my own God. My own pleasure was all that mattered to me. But even in that moment, I was looking at my dead child in my hand, and I realized something about this is wrong. I don't know what. When I was in college, I was a biochem major. I remember one of the very first lessons you learn in biology is that all living beings, all living things have the same 2 goals in common. Whether you're a human being, a tree, a single cell organism, a flower, a giraffe, the 2 things that all living things have in common is the goal of survival and to survive and reproduce. And so seeing my lifeless child in my hand, I knew in that moment that this is biologically and scientifically disordered.